Ready? Hi, everybody. We're live on YouTube, you guys. Hello, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Can we take a seat? Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us for our first in-person TTFF Awards since 2018, because we didn't have any awards in 2019, I don't think, because we were doing the Carifesta edition of the festival. Thank you so much for being here with us, guys. So we're on day 6 of the 7 days of this year's film festival. So far, we've screened almost 110 films at Movietown in 2 screens, here at the amphitheater. We've just had the loveliest time between cinema under the stars and our outdoor screenings and secondary school screenings and new media and Movietown screenings and Banyan retrospective and endless mixes so that our filmmakers can get to know each other and get to know the industry a bit better and hopefully plan and start thinking about working together. What an absolute pleasure it has been to welcome you all here. To have you here with us, to have chats with you, to hear about your projects, to see your films, and to generally celebrate Caribbean film and Caribbean creativity. Thank you so very much, everybody, for being here. I'd like to also say on behalf of the board of Filmco, some of whom are here today, Dion Bucco, one of our co-founders, I'm a co-founder, Danielle Diventala, who wasn't able to be here today, Leslie Ann McFarlane, who lives in the UK and couldn't be here either, Safri Brown, Gianfranco, our chairman, Derwin Howell. Again, what a pleasure and an honor it is to have you here with us and to be running the film festival. And what an absolute delight it is to be running the film festival in person for the first time in so long. So let's get on with the awards. I need to explain in advance that our trophies are in Colombia. I'm so sorry. I nearly had a heart attack yesterday when I realized what was happening. But they were supposed to arrive in Trinidad today via Barbados and Panama. And we know there's a hurricane. Of course, in Trinidad, we don't know this, but there is a hurricane up there. And the plane got diverted to Colombia. So we're hoping the awards will arrive tomorrow. But we've made some lovely tokens regardless, and so let's get the show on the road. So today we're going to have just a few opening remarks from our signature sponsor, NGC, and that's going to be Miles Davis, who is the manager of corporate. Miles Davis, I said Miles Davis. Oh, Miles! Come, Miles Davis. Miles Lewis, the head of corporate social responsibility at NGC.
Maria, that's okay. That's actually who I was named after. My dad loves jazz, so I'll let it go. Right? 110 films. Yet it feels like 2 days ago we were here. So congrats. Founders and members of the board of Filmco, Mr. Derwin Howell, chairman, Ms. Mariel Brown, Ms. Danielle Diventala, who you said isn't here this evening, Mr. Dion Bucco, Mr. Gianfranco, good evening to you all. Members of my NGC colleagues, other sponsors from Shell TT and Republic Bank, good afternoon to you all. And most importantly, filmmakers, give yourself a round of applause. Members of the media too, good afternoon to you. The National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, NGC, is honored to stand with the TNT Film Festival as we culminate TTFF 2020 with a celebration of achievements in local and regional film. Since the advent of cinema, movies have been an outing of choice for people of all ages. Judging by the value of the global film industry, it remains a favorite pastime around the world. But movies have more than just entertainment value. Studies have shown that people listening to well-told stories experience brain activity in the same regions as those telling the stories. The implication is that a good story, whether truth or fiction, can enable people with no connection to the subject matter to feel just as emotionally involved with it as the storyteller. Narrative and documentary films, as forms of visual storytelling, work in this way. We connect with the people we see on the screen. We feel anger when they make poor decisions. We hurt when they hurt. We laugh when they laugh. The medium of film therefore helps us build empathy, compassion, and awareness around realities other than our own. Ladies and gentlemen, you would agree that much of the discord in the world today can be overcome with more empathy, compassion, and awareness. If we agree that movies can open our minds and create bonds across the differences that divide us, then the people who make movies have the power to effect positive social change. Tonight, we are celebrating those people. We are honoring the stories and storytellers that have left a mark, made us think, made us feel. From veteran filmmakers to young visionaries just starting in the industry, these are creatives who have used their craft for higher purpose. Not only are the films and documentaries we are spotlighting tonight entertaining, but they all have deeper messages. They aim to change perspectives, to educate, to open our eyes to experiences other than our own. For us at the NGC, the value of these films does not stop here. We see film and the film industry around it as an avenue for economic diversification. Our region has a wellspring of creative talent, and there's a clear external appetite for stories like ours that are unique and exotic. If we bring those two together, our creativity and our stories, we can tap into a multi-billion-dollar global entertainment market. Tonight's honorees are doing important work from a development perspective, creating cultural exports that can generate value for our region at a time when we need sustainable paths to growth. Our creative talent is an infinite renewable resource, and these filmmakers are finding ways to monetize it. For the past 14 years, NGC has been a committed part of the TTFF for this very reason. Today, we reiterate our belief that investment in our creative industries, our filmmakers and storytellers, supports the upliftment and growth of our nation and region. We will therefore continue to work alongside the TTFF as they pursue these goals. As I close, I wish to congratulate all the nominees and the winners of tonight's awards. Thank you for sharing your talents and your stories, and we hope you continue to use your craft to effect positive social change. Good luck to you all, and enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Miles Lewis. So I just wanted to explain a little bit about how the competition works for TTFF. Our programming team, as you know, we put out a public call for submissions in February via Film Freeway. And I'm not sure how other film festivals do it, but I think TTFF's approach could be quite special. Because as a filmmaker, I felt it was very important that people who have made films know with absolute certainty that someone or a group of people have watched them, taken the time to consider them, and discussed them, and then decided whether they should be in the festival or not. For those of you who don't know, this is not actually the way many festivals run. So what we did was we started meeting as a programming team. I chair the programming team. We started meeting in late March, early April. I'd like to congratulate our programmers, Jim Colmar from South by Southwest, who's here tonight, who has been working with us this year, Dr. Bruce Paddington, who's also here tonight, who is such a lobbyer for the Trinidad and Tobago filmmaker. You have no idea. And then Danielle DeFantala, who couldn't be here, BC Pearies, who also couldn't be here tonight, and our final programmer, Yvonne Cotteruelo, who is at this moment in Yale doing her master's, and heartbreakingly couldn't be here tonight either. So what the programmers do is that we meet on a weekly basis and we watch about 10 to 15 films a week, and we talk about those films and we make decisions about whether they should be in the festival or not. Every film that fits the criteria of being a film about the Caribbean, made by a Caribbean filmmaker or a diaspora filmmaker, or about the Caribbean, is watched by all 5 programmers. We have discussions, sometimes heated, always in good spirit, always thinking about craft and filmmaking. And then at the end of that process, not only do they choose all the films that will be part of the festival, they also choose the films that will be in competition. The competition films have to be unanimously agreed on. So all 5 have to agree that this film needs to be in competition. And then the competition films go to the various juries for them to decide and vote. They watch, they meet, they discuss, they have scorecards, and that's how we come up with the winners of the competitions. It's important that we explain the process, because there are many aspects of the film industry that are very opaque. And for us at Filmco, it's really important that it be as transparent and open as possible. So what we're going to find out about tonight is the result of many, 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 many hours of watching films, discussing films, deliberating over films, etc. And we thank not only our programming team, but all our jury members, whether you're here in Trinidad, in Berlin, in the US. We had the great honor of having excellent juries this year. So here we go. So the first category that we're going to be discussing tonight is the Best Student Film. This is the second year that TTFF has had a student film category, or it might be the third year. This was a category that we introduced because we felt student filmmakers needed an avenue to have their work shown. And so to present this award is Jonathan Nath from Republic Bank. He's a senior manager of applications and technology. Hi, Jonathan. So the nominated films for Best Student Film are Cracked, directed by Lin Q. Ayong. Oh. El Rio Encantado, The Enchanted River, directed by Marina Santana de la Torre. Hyde, directed by Xiao Chen Wang. Meet the Guptas, directed by Pranav Nayak from Canada. Mami, and in brackets, Mommy, because they don't know that in Trinidad we say Mami too. So Mami, directed by Jere Tavare from Dominican Republic. My Friend Alexander Grigorievich, directed by Pavel Zelenov from Russia. No Entry, directed by Caleb Dagula from the United Kingdom. Oya, directed by Ais Rutherford and Hira Hussain from Trinidad and Tobago. Take Care, directed by Shun Tachinzono from Japan. And Los Niños de Esta Casa, The Kids from This House, directed by Eduardo Ceballos from the Dominican Republic. So it's my great pleasure to say that there are 2 honorable mention films that the student film jury felt were really strong. One of those is Cracked, and the other is Hyde. And the winner of the Best Student Film is Take Care, directed by Shun Tachizono from Japan.
何これ
お、でしょ？俺とか色覚以上の人だとこういう風に見えるの。
へえ。
全然違うでしょ。
うん。
So unfortunately, Shun couldn't be here tonight. He is a student filmmaker, after all, in Japan. So I would like to call Niola Matthews, our industry coordinator, accept the award on his behalf, please. Thank you. Okay, so now on to Love in the 21st Century. We, with the support of our chairman, Derwin Howell, we met with the IDB earlier this year and came up with a smartphone filmmaking competition that they wanted to support called Love in the 21st Century. And we asked young people around the country, we put out a public call to young people to make a short film, no longer than 5 minutes, in which they explored what love in the 21st century looks like to them. So the finalists are Tonight, directed by Darren Joseph from Trinidad and Tobago. And Love Natural, directed by Christoph West, again from Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to ask Charlene Graham to come and present the award on behalf of the Inter-American Development Bank, because unfortunately they couldn't be here tonight. And I'm delighted to let you know that Love Natural by Christoph West has won the smartphone filmmaking competition. And this is Heathcliff West, his proud father. Heathcliff, do you want to say a few words on behalf of your son?
Well, I don't think Christoph knew that he was winning this award, so he never did say anything, for me to share with you guys. But yeah, Christoph was here for the summer holiday, and when he saw the ad, he decided, okay, he had all of this footage that he was doing for projects that he'll probably do when he's back in Amsterdam. And so when he saw the feature that you all were doing on the 21st century, Love in the 21st Century, he jumped at it. And he's put everything into it. And so tonight I'm very, very proud that he won this.
So Heathcliff and Giselle, you can also let Christoph know that thanks to the IDB, he'll be receiving a full starter filmmaking kit, which we'll be sending him in the Netherlands. Right, so now we move on to the youth jury. The youth jury is a special project of the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival that has been running for many years now. And basically, we convene a group of young people up to the age of 21 to come and learn how to view films critically, how to constructively review films, and how to talk about films. And they meet with BC peers, and they talk about movies, and they watch movies, and then they review all the movies. And basically, the category of the youth jury film is for films with a youth focus. So again, the youth jury has been coming to the cinema at Movietown for the whole festival. They met last night, and they made their decision about the winner. So the nominees for the best film as decided by a youth jury are, I said nominees, my goodness. Scarborough, directed by Rich Williamson and Shasha Nakai from Canada. Talia's Journey, directed by Christophe Rollin from Belgium. Cracked, directed by Lin Qiu-Ayong from the United States. Los Niños de esta Casa, The Kids from This House, directed by Eduardo Ceballos. Oya, directed by Ais Rutherford and Hira Hussain from Trinidad and Tobago. My Maxi, directed by Andre Pierre from Trinidad and Tobago. And Lo que se irada, It Runs in the Family, directed by Victoria Linares Villegas from the Dominican Republic. Right, so let me read the citation. Okay. I have to tell you that it's a delight to see the honorable mention go to, for the best film as decided by a youth jury, Christophe Rollin, for his film Talia's Journey. Congratulations, Christophe. And the citation from the youth jury, this is something they all wrote together. The Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival Youth Jury Awards Lo que se irada, It Runs in the Family, directed by Victoria Linares Villegas. This film displays excellent discussion of queer issues and, most importantly, issues affecting young people. The visual dichotomy that Victoria showed between her and Oscar married the past and present in an exceptional way. The film is a seamless blend of documentary and narrative. So the best film as decided by a youth jury goes to Lo que se irada from the Dominican Republic.
Ahora que me acuerdo, mi abuelo contaba una historia fantástica en todas las reuniones familiares. Aquel cuento de una ballena en el cañaveral de San Pedro que escupía al hombre en la ciudad.
Victoria isn't here, so we'll hold on to her award right now. She was here for the first few days of the film festival, but is head back now. So now to one of our special awards, which is the Best Trinidad and Tobago Film. I'm going to ask Dion Bucco from Filmco to come and present this, please. Dion is one of the co-founders of Filmco and a board member. So the nominees for Best Trinidad and Tobago Film are Oya, directed by Ais Rutherford and Hira Hussain. My Maxi, directed by Andre J. Pierre. The Interview, directed by Eric Barry. And King David, directed by Walt Lovelace. And the winner of the Best TNT Film is King David, directed by Walt Lovelace.
I always say the songs that I write in 5 minutes are the ones that really hit the nail on the head, you know? And it was one of those moments where everything just came together. While driving home, thinking about Trail and the Hammer and the Dragon and so on, by the time I reached home, the song done. And the rest is history.
Congratulations, Walt. So Janine Mens-Franco, his producer, couldn't be here tonight because she's not well. We are still living in COVID times, unfortunately. And Walt is in the US, so I'm going to ask a member of the NGC team to collect on his behalf, if that's okay. Thanks, Dion. Thanks, Lisa. Right, our next award is the Best Documentary Film Short. And the films competing in this program are Danaí, directed by Julio Benito Cabrera. King David, directed by Walt Lovelace. Pam's Kitchen, directed by David Gwynn. Still We Thrive, directed by Campbell X from the United Kingdom. Strictly Two-Wheel, directed by Anya Freire from Jamaica. And The Sound of the Time, directed by A.C. Trompis from Venezuela. I'd like to ask Film Co-Chairman Derwin Howell to come up and present this award, please. And the winner of the Best Documentary Short Film is Strictly Two-Wheel, directed by Anya Freire.
Right now,
Guys,
believe me,
Anya-
that's the first thing in Jamaica. Right now. When you go into foreign, you can tell them it's a bobo, it's a bicycle, it's the first thing in Jamaica.
So Anya is not here tonight, so I'm going to ask Charlene Graham to come and accept the award on her behalf, please. So, thank you, Derwin. So we have a citation from the documentary jury, which was composed of Michelle Stevenson from Canada, Annick Laurent from the US, and Shala Lynch from the US, all esteemed filmmakers, and it was an honor to have them deliberating over the films. Their citation was classic, beautifully told and emotionally strong, an intimate and well-shot profile, the filmmaker's choice to have John's voice and ambient sound carry us through the experience instead of scoring it, the threads on labor, family, passing down skills, and the purpose of bikes were thoughtfully presented. So congratulations, Anya. You can tell I'm disorganized, can't you? Because I keep calling up the presenters in a different order. So to present the award for Best Narrative Short, I'm delighted to welcome Kelly Marie Patel from Shell, Trinidad and Tobago. So the films in competition for Best Narrative Short are Gemini, directed by Orlando Mora Cabrera from Cuba. Ici s'achève le monde connu. Here ends the world we've known, directed by Anne-Sophie Nanki. Anne-Sophie's here. Lillian, directed by Kathy Elizabeth Tyson. Sugar Cake, directed by Joshua Paul from Jamaica. Tabanka, directed by Lauren Marsden from Canada. And Toi Fée, directed by Eleanor Coyette from Haiti. So I'm delighted to say that Ici s'achève le monde connu was awarded honorable mention by the short film narrative jury. Very huge congratulations, Anne-Sophie, really well done. It's a really beautifully shot film, really interesting period of time. Congratulations, Anne-Sophie, and thank you for being such a brilliant guest of the festival. So the winning film is Toi Fée, directed by Eleanor Coyette from Haiti. Congratulations. I'm going to ask Dion to come up and accept this award on her behalf, please. Thank you, Kelly Marie. Thank you, Dion. So the citation from the narrative jury was, "This is an exceptional, original, impactful, and unforgettable film combining live action and puppets with a compelling story that creates its own visual and narrative logic using metaphors, dialogue, off-screen voices, angles, colors, gestures, ellipses, and other devices. It's a really resonant, powerful story that somehow brings light, resilience, and emotional impact to such a dark subject such as misogyny, domestic violence, and sexual abuse." Congratulations again. Eleanor Coyette and Sephora Monteau for 12A. Okay, so we're coming on to the big prizes now, which is Best Documentary Feature Length, which is going to be presented by the National Gas Company. Miles or Lisa, will you join us up here? Not a bad person to be mistaken for, you know. So the nominees for Best Narrative Feature-Length Film, an award that's sponsored by NGC. Una película sobre parejas, a film about couples, directed by Natalia Cabral and Oriol Estrada from the Dominican Republic. Are we having technical problems? Cette Maison, This House, directed by Miriam Charles from Haiti. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong, oh gosh. Best Documentary Feature, Miles. So, Lo que se hereda, It Runs in the Family, directed by Victoria Linares Villegas from the DR. Mafifa, directed by Daniela Munoz Barroso from Cuba. Mr. Emancipation, the Walter Perry story, directed by Preston Charles from Canada. Studio 17, The Lost Reggae Tapes, directed by Mark James from Jamaica. And Parole des Nègres, directed by Sylvain Dampierre from France. All right, so it's my pleasure to let you know that there is an honorable mention here, and that is Mafifa, directed by Daniela Munoz Barroso. Congratulations. And the winning film in documentary feature is Parole des Nègres, directed by Sylvain Dampierre. Soraya, Sylvain isn't here.
Moi, moi, des pas de méchant. Et fait, c'est esclave là. C'est des mauvais sujets. En tout cas, il y a 8 coups fouettes. Si là, tu as volé là, il y a 10 coups fouettes, pas plus. Monsieur Valentin, tu as gâté le nègre. Tout le monde te connaît ça.
Soraya, could you come and accept the award on her behalf for me? This is Soraya, our long-suffering tech coordinator from Filmco. I would like to ask Lisa Burkett to come up and present the final award of the evening. So this is for the best narrative feature. And the films in competition are Una película sobre parejas, a film about couples. This is directed by Natalia Cabral and Oriol Estrada from the Dominican Republic. And the film's director of photography is here with us this evening. Cette Maison, This House, directed by Miriam Charles from Haiti. Ludi, directed by Edson Jean from the United States. Perail, directed by Jose Maria Cabral from the Dominican Republic. And Receta No Incluida, which is Without Prescription, directed by Juliana Maite Eretzari from Puerto Rico. And the winning film of the best feature of TTF, narrative feature of TTFF 22 is, hang on, let me backpedal slightly. I would like to let you know that the jury made honorable mention of Una película sobre parejas. And the winner of the Best Narrative Feature-Length Film goes to Cette Maison, directed by Miriam Charles.
Tu m'as réveillée. Et là, tu me regardes comme si tout pouvait arriver.
So, she's not here right now. She left earlier in the week, but I'm going to just ask Tracy Farag from Filmco and TTFF to come up and accept the award on her behalf. And the narrative jury wrote this citation for Cette Maison. This intensely personal film, founded in the depths of grief and tragedy, has as its primary source of inspiration the true-life murder of the director's cousin at age 14 in Quebec, who was never able to travel to the land of her parents, Haiti. Yet this film is anything but a linear retelling of this family tragedy. Instead of a death wish, the director embodies in the protagonist, her cousin Nadine, a life wish, a soul literally that wills itself onto the silver screen, combining reenactments, reconstructions, kammerspiel, emotional landscapes, and direct addresses to the camera. The film's murdered protagonist relives and narrates her own story whilst creating a new space-time where she can continue to accompany her grieving mother whilst realizing all the dreams that her short-lived existence never permitted her to do. Cette Maison is conceptually and formally a very sophisticated film that in its out-of-the-box journey leaves no one indifferent. So warmest congratulations to Miriam. I want to say that this year there is no new media competition, and that is in part due to the fact that the curator, Melanie Archer, felt that we did not receive enough new media entries of a high enough caliber to warrant a competition. That said, if you were at New Media last night, you saw some really beautiful films, and it was our pleasure to present them. It's just that we didn't get enough really excellent films in new media. So hopefully we'll get more new media films in. Huge, huge congratulations to all the people who have been nominated, all the people whose films were in competition. It's such a huge deal. You're competing against the best filmmakers and the best films in the Caribbean, and that should make you feel duly proud. And thank you so much to our incredible sponsors for your support of the Film Festival: NGC, Republic Bank, Shell, to Nalis for allowing us to have just the best experience in this building. For making it possible for us to have everything in one place and for people to hang out in Lime and get to know each other and not have to jump into a gajillion taxis to move thither and yon. And for having just the most open-minded and welcoming attitude to us at the festival. They said yes, when in most cases, many would have said no. They said yes to almost everything we asked for. And we are so, so grateful to Nalis. Thank you so much. To our other sponsors, I'd like to thank the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts, Film TT, IDB, the Sport and Culture Fund of the Office of the Prime Minister, our programming partners, the U.S. Embassy in Port of Spain, the Embassy of the Dominican Republic. We had so many phenomenal events, Filmco as our programming partner, of course Nalis, and also to our event partners and everybody else who has helped to work to make the festival happen. And I especially want to thank our formidable, fierce, hardworking, committed little team at Filmco. As they say in Jamaica, we lickle but we talawa. They have worked so hard, everybody, to make this a really great experience for filmmakers and guests and for everyone involved. And this just would not have happened without their chutzpah and their heart and their generosity. So thank you to our Filmco team. And of course, thank you to all our friendly volunteers and everyone who came on to support the festival and our audiences. I want to remind you that tomorrow night we're showing most of the award-winning films at Movietown. In Screen 10 and Screen 9 from 8 p.m. There'll be award-winning films showing again. So if you haven't had a chance to watch these remarkable films, please do. And tomorrow's our final day of screening, so do take in the movies at Movietown. And I think that's it from us here tonight. We have an after party upstairs. Have a drink, have a dance, take a little lime. Enjoy yourselves, enjoy each other. And thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone.
You don't listen. Sorry. So before we end, all of this would not have happened were it not for Mariel. Our indomitable, I will call her festival director, interim executive director, was Jill of all trades. You know, I mean, you all know Mariel long before me, but in the short time that I've known her, you know, if she puts her mind to it, it will get done. You know, I think in the Bible it said, "Thy will be done." Well, her will be done, right? And she do it. So I just want us all to acknowledge, certainly on my behalf, on behalf of the board of directors, on behalf of all the filmmakers who pour their heart and soul into their work and had them, you know, displayed and showcased at TTFF. I want us to all thank Mariel for the hard work she did. And what you're seeing is a week of events, but it's a lot of planning. As a matter of fact, we had an event on, what was that, Saturday? And she pulled me aside while I was trying to eat some pudding and thing, to talk about who we going to ask for money for next year film festival. Right? This one ain't done yet, eh? She thinking about next year. That's how she is. So I want us to all acknowledge and congratulate Mariel for a job well done. So we have an extra one, so. Thanks a lot, everyone. And I think we have an after party.
We have an
Oh,
after party.
and then we have some photo ops first,
Photo ops first.
right? On the
Outside.
reddish carpet or the red carpet.
Yeah, so don't go, guys, don't leave.